Hello and welcome to Visual Banter, the Track of Triumph Introduction Presentation. The purpose of this video is to kind of give you an overview of the Track of Triumph in the Visual Banter membership site, and also to give you an idea of maybe where you are in that. So pay attention to these slides in these upcoming videos, and you can ascertain as to where you are and where you want to go in regards to becoming a professional cartoonist, or just to get better at your cartooning journey. So let's move on to the next slide. So you're here at Visual Banter for a number of reasons. Maybe you want the community, maybe you like the way my voice sounds. I doubt that. Maybe you like some of my artwork and you'd like to create some similar art yourself or develop your own style. Regardless of whatever reason, you're here and we're glad to have you. But overall, I think this statement pretty much sums it up for most of. This site is for developing cartoonists who are unsure of where to go next, frustrated by their lack of progress, and lacking good concepts, to producing clean, creative, and well-composed comic illustrations. So that's quite a big mouthful, but that does cover a lot of ground and latitude. And I'd like to give you an overview of the different stages that we'll be going over in the upcoming videos. But as this is an introduction video, I'm just going to go over them very quickly. So the Track of Triumph overview is going to have 6 stages. Now this is the introduction video, so there's actually going to be 8 videos, but only 6 stages, and this will be the introduction video, and there'll be another video at the end that basically is a summary of it. So basically it'll be this video again almost, but maybe with a little bit more added and extra. So 6 stages of the triumph of the Track of Triumph. So the 6 stages of the Track of Triumph are: first, the character overview or character issues. This is learning to draw the head, the face, and the figure. This will be in numerous poses, and you'll be able to draw the face with numerous expressions. It's to give your character like an emotive quality to it. Okay, the second stage is It Takes Two, and this is going to be writing your first comic, conversation between 2 characters. And this one's going to be pretty quick and easy to get you up and rolling and have your first comic already created. If you haven't already done this, it's going to be a fun exercise as we tackle on what your 2 different characters are going to say in a given comic, and or what one character says, and maybe a caption underneath a panel. So that'll give you something to think about while you're doing your first stage. So the third stage of the Track of Triumph is the background check, and this is both creating your character's backstory and creating the background on where they live. So you're getting both a literal and figurative background check on your cartoon. So let's say your cartoon happens to be in space. You're going to have a nice space scenes. Maybe you'll have a space station. Maybe you'll have a planet that they are all living on. Who knows? Or maybe it's in a donut shop. You could have a cartoon just about anywhere you can think of. Maybe it's in 1922 London. Maybe it's in the continent of Africa. Maybe it's, you can just think of any place that you'd like to create a comic. And then you have to create the character and why he's there or she's there, and what the different interactions are between the characters. So that's the first 3 stages, and now we're going to be moving on to the next slide. So stage number 4 is Color My World, and this is how color supports the tone of your comic. If it's kind of a dark comic, you'll have a darker, more somber colors attached to it. And if it's a lighter, more happy comic, maybe even child-friendly comic, there might be more saturated colors added to it, or maybe almost a washed-out pastel feel to your comic as well. Or, you know, in this case, you may also just elect not to use color at all. So then we have stage 5, which is shades of depth, and this is creating dimensionality in your work. And this will be like dealing with issues such as adding shading, maybe making the background a little blurrier. Of course, having different characters overlap different parts of the background to give it depth. And finally, once again, talking about issues of perspective, which we would have already hit on in regards to the background stage. Finally, stage 6 will be the finishing touches, and that's creating an overall arc and theme of your comic or story, and then also dealing with your portfolio and where you want to go in the next steps of your cartoon journey. Some people may just end there. Maybe they want to write for their high school newspaper or college newspaper. Maybe they want to create a comic for the web, or maybe they want to try to go the syndicated route. There's a number of different professions that you can get from comic illustration, not just comics themselves, but you can create cartoon mascots or comic mascots, and I can think of a number of others as well, and we'll get into those a little bit more in the upcoming videos. So that about does it for the introduction video. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch, and we'll be moving on now to the 6 upcoming videos, kind of giving you more descriptions of the different stages of the track of triumph. Thank you very much for being a part of Visual Banter. We hope that your membership, the time that you spend with us, is going to be time well spent and quality time that you'll get a lot out of. Hopefully you'll meet some good people, and you'll have some good collaborations, and you'll be able to have some good discussions in helping you on your comic journey. That's about all I have to say about that, and we hope to speak to you all again a bit later. Thank you very much.